Kitty Warren is a woman with a secret past, which is revealed during the play. She is the mother of Vivi Warren, and you discover during the play that Kitty has a secret life. It's the writing of George Bernard Shaw that attracted me to the play, and also the fact that he's written a woman who is fierce and dangerous and funny and strong and vulnerable, and it's the sort of character that all actors dream of playing. Shocking, nuanced, insight into a part of society that, although it was written a long time ago, is absolutely with us today. So it is both a play that's over 100 years old, and it is also a shockingly modern, relevant piece of theatre. We go to the theatre to be delighted by what we find there. We go to discover things about ourselves and about others. We go to have our eyes opened into worlds that we know not. People should come and see Mrs. Warren because it has everything that a good night in the theatre should have.
My character is an extremely pompous vicar, and I think the best way to describe him is being somebody who has an extremely shady past. So he sort of gives off a front of being, slightly looking down on everyone, but he's had quite a dark and shady background, which comes out in the story. Well, I think it's a really good story, a really surprising and interesting story. And I'd never done any Shaw, if I'm honest. And I was ready to go back and do another play. And when I started reading it, it didn't sort of go the way I thought it was going to go, which is, I wanted to keep reading. I wanted to know what happened to these people. And there's only 6 people in it, but they're all really interesting characters, I think. And hopefully they will laugh a lot, and they'll be moved at times. They'll see a beautiful set, hopefully some good acting. And it's a really fun night out. And it's not done that often, I don't think. So I think a lot of people won't know the story. And the fact that it was banned, of course, was ludicrous. So it's ready for a revival. And I think, as far as I know, it's not been done by a mother and daughter playing the central parts before, which is really interesting. Caroline Quentin is a national treasure. Come and see it.
He is a business partner of Mrs. Warren, and he's an old friend of Mrs. Warren. He also knows the Reverend Samuel Gardner from a long time ago, but he doesn't know anybody else in the play. I think it's very topical, and I think it's also moving in a very strange way. It encompasses a lot.
If I had to describe it in 3 words, I would say it's a really good story.